What kind of man leaves everything behind? Without a map, without a guarantee, without even knowing the destination? No army, no kingdom, no miracle at the beginning, just a voice. In a world still recovering from the chaos after the flood, when humanity was rebuilding cities and pride was rising again after the Tower of Babel, one man heard a call that would change history forever. His name was Abraham, and through him, 3 great faiths would trace their roots. This is not just the story of a prophet. This is the story of faith against impossibility. Abraham was born as Abram in Ur of the Chaldeans, a prosperous city filled with idols and ancient gods. The world around him worshiped stone and sky. But one day, the one true God called him, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's house, and go to the land I will show you." Notice something powerful. God did not show him the land first. He asked for obedience first, and Abram obeyed. At 75 years old, he left comfort behind. He walked into uncertainty with only a promise. "I will make you a great nation, and through you all nations of the earth will be blessed." But there was a problem. Abraham had no child. Years passed. Decades passed. His hair turned white. His body weakened. His wife Sarah was barren. The promise looked impossible. Yet Abraham believed. The scriptures say his faith was counted as righteousness. He trusted God when logic said it was too late. And at nearly 100 years old, the impossible happened. Isaac was born. But the greatest test was still ahead. God asked Abraham to sacrifice Isaac, the very son of promise. Can you imagine the silence of that mountain? The father walking with the son carrying the wood. The question, "Father, where is the lamb?" And Abraham answered with trembling faith, "God will provide." At the final moment, God stopped him. A ram was provided. The test was never about losing Isaac. It was about proving trust. On that mountain, fear met faith, and faith did not collapse. Abraham's life teaches powerful truths. Faith means moving before you see the outcome. Obedience often comes before understanding. God's promises may delay, but they do not fail. He was not perfect. He doubted. He made mistakes. But he kept returning to trust. He built altars in foreign lands, marking each step of surrender with worship. That is why he is called the father of faith, not because he never struggled, but because he kept believing. Abraham never saw the millions of descendants. He never saw the nations that would rise from his bloodline. He never saw how his story would echo through history. But he walked anyway. He trusted anyway. And today, thousands of years later, his name still speaks. The question is not whether Abraham had faith. The question is, when your moment comes, when the path is unclear, when the promise seems impossible, will you walk into the unknown like Abraham did?